Hey everybody, and welcome back. Stage 6 today, and it's one of the most exciting Tour de France stages that I have seen in years. And you may ask why we're seeing just one rider, because there was a breakaway. With 130 kilometers to go, a group of about 8 people broke away, and Ben Healy of Ireland was basically the man of the day. He took off early from that breakaway group of 8 that included Mathieu van der Poel. And he, at 42 kilometers, broke away from that group and went the rest of the way. 2 fairly difficult climbs at the end, 1.2K at 7% with about 5K to go, and then this really brutal uphill finish with, I think, the ramp at 12 to 15%. And you can see him fighting here 4.5 hours in. But an amazing day for Ben Healy, and this is going to catapult him up. I think it's 29 spots. He is now, I think, 3rd overall. We'll get to the results in just a second. Then the other groups here, we've got Quinn Simmons and Michael Storer, and then there are 3 other guys. We've got Yates and Van der Poel. All of a sudden dropped from this group, and the thing is that on the road, Van der Poel had been in the virtual yellow jersey for almost all of this breakaway, because they got away early, 130K to go, and they built up enough of a lead that Van der Poel was in yellow virtually, starting probably about 70-80 kilometers from the finish, maybe even more, and the gap kept growing, and it was really great. Here you see Healy super excited. EF Education gets a big win. Quinn Simmons is the US champ, and Michael Storer, another solid rider from Australia, and he was just sitting on Simmons' wheel, probably just waiting to time his attack. And we're going to see, they just have a few hundred meters to go here. I think the sign, yep, we got him at, I think, 300, and you can just see how steep this is. And it was hot and sunny, tough day out there. But yeah, they had fallen off quite a bit already, coming up the last 2 hills. So Simmons looking around, trying to figure out what Storer is going to do. Okay, so that was the 500 meter sign, 450 sign, maybe 400 meters to go here, as Simmons just, he's really good at this. He's good in breaks. He's good at just keeping constant power for hours. Excuse the little cough, still haven't shaken that. But here they come, last curves, a couple windy curves that don't matter a whole lot. 10% you see here down in the bottom right corner, just how steep this was. And there goes Storer. Storer says, no, I want 2nd, but Quinn Simmons not going to let go. He just kept fighting, got on his wheel. Storer looked around, no, I didn't expect that, and then Simmons just kept going. And yeah, and then Storer had nothing left. He might have gone too early there. And Simmons just, like I said, constant, didn't try to fire too soon, and then Storer just didn't have anything left. So Simmons gets 2nd, and Michael Storer gets 3rd. So your podium is Ben Healy, Quinn Simmons, Michael Storer. And now it's really a question. Here comes Dunbar is coming. Simon Yates is coming. So will we get 2 Irishmen in the top 4? Dunbar, also an Irishman. Great stuff. Yeah, and Yates comes around there. So 4th place is going to go to Dunbar here in the purple jersey, and Simon Yates following closely behind. But you can see they're already 3:20 behind, 3:21, 22, 23. And where's Van der Poel? Van der Poel was in this group, so that's 4, 5, and 6. And here you've got Tejada, and you can look at Van der Poel. I mean, he is toast, but he only needs 120. What does he need? Well, he's 128 back, so he needs to be 129 ahead of Pagačar here to go back into yellow. He'd been 2 to 3 minutes ahead virtually on the road for much of this, but Van der Poel just dying across the line there. He can barely stand up, keep himself upright. But gave him his all, and now it's a waiting game. We've got, so he came in about 357 behind, and now UAE and Visma are pulling to try to close this down and salvage as much time as possible to Van der Poel, if he were in fact to get into yellow. I think Healy had done enough. He was gonna win the stage but not get to yellow. He was too far down. He was in like 32nd overall before this. But then you can see here you've got Vingegaard, you've got Pagačar coming around here. There's, I think I see the gold helmet of Remco. Yep, he's right tucked in there right behind Tadej. And the clock's ticking. 4:55. I think he needs 5:24 to stay in yellow. This is a nail biter. I mean, this is what I said. It's one of the most exciting stages that I've seen in a while, because after yesterday, people were already saying, "Oh, is the tour over?" Tadej, Tadej's won. He's distanced everybody. Evenepoel probably can't keep up. Vingegaard doesn't seem to be on form. But here it is. Pogačar leads the sprint home, but it's at like 5:26. So that's 1:29. And if my math is right, that means 1 second. I will cut and paste the leaders in here. All right, so here we have it. Van der Poel is, in fact, in yellow. Pogačar 1 second behind. Evenepoel 43 still. Vingegaard still 114. Vauquelin 110 there. Primož Roglič rounding out the top 10 there. So super exciting stuff today. Great ride from Ben Healy. Van der Poel managing to hold on to that breakaway gap and goes into yellow for at least one more day, 1 second ahead of Tadej Pagačar. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.